Angry guy here, and modern women have become scavengers. So, modern women have become scavengers. I wanted to talk a little bit about this today because we're looking at how Western society is turning out. We're seeing what the consequences of feminism are and how society is beginning to break down a bit, even. Women chose feminism, they chose to go down this path where it's now leading to most of them becoming childless and single. I said I've said this that the desperation is going to set in. I want you guys to understand that the second wave of hashtag Me Too is going to be severe. Okay, I've been saying hashtag Me Too part two. The second wave of hashtag Me Too, because these things come in waves. Feminism came in multiple waves, and we're going to be entering into the second wave of M2. And the second wave of M2 is going to be extremely large. It's going to be earth shattering. You guys are saying, well, the first one was. What are you talking about, Angry? No, you don't even understand. It's going to look like a cakewalk compared to the first wave of Me Too. The second wave of Me Too, everybody's going to get it. Leonardo DiCaprio is going to get it. It's going to literally be about removing every man from Hollywood, every man from positions of power, every man from their job, from big and small. It's going to be about getting rid of the guy who works at McDonald's, the postman, the guy who picks up your trash. It's going to be about getting rid of all of every man in a position of power, and it's going to be about getting as much money as possible from them. They don't actually care about the men so much as their jobs, although they want their jobs too. These women want those jobs, but they want the money because it's a desperation that's going to set in right now. As so many women are now looking down the barrel of old age, middle age, they don't know what to do because they can't survive. They've partied, they've had their fun for decades. Now their bank accounts are empty. They're not getting invited to parties anymore. Doors aren't being opened for them anymore. So what are they going to do? Now they're just going to go and they're going to take it. They're going to take it by any means whatsoever. They're going to go and they're going to take it however they have to. Whatever they have to do to take it, they're going to do that to take it. You see what happened to Jonathan Majors? That's just an example. You're going to see the things just happening to dudes, and people are going to say, "Well, how is this even possible?" Dude was clearly the victim, and it doesn't matter because it's because the woman said this. Believe all women. They're going to be going after everyone, every company. When they go after dudes who work for McDonald's, it's not really the dude they're going after because that dude doesn't have money. It's McDonald's. You're going to see all these women in fast food coming together, rallying together to talk about their experiences in fast food. And it's not just the people who work there, but it's also going to be the customers. You're going to have these women saying things about the customers have made their lives very difficult there, unwanted comments and also issues with touch. And of course, a lot of these things are just going to be completely made up, but it won't matter because who are they to challenge them? And it's the publicity is not good. The publicity, that's what these women are banking on. For example, widespread claims at Walmart of certain things happening. Oh, no one's going to say. People have a very negative impression of Walmart as it is. People think very, very poorly of Walmart. Walmart is literally like bum city. Like it's bum city. Like Walmart was never a special place to begin with, but there was a time where going and shopping at Walmart was at least a half decent experience. Like, oh, I'm gonna go shop at Walmart. You grab your cart, you go out, and you kind of like clear your head. Now Walmart is just a horrible place to go. It's straight up bum city. It was never really the greatest in the world, but it's straight up bum city. And a lot of people aren't doing shopping anymore. A lot of people aren't even doing physical shopping anymore. As more and more people learn how to use these applications, they're doing all their shopping through the app. A lot of people today don't are not shopping. A lot of people who are not shopping through the apps are only not shopping through the apps because they haven't done it yet. They haven't done it and experienced what it's like to shop through the apps. Because outside of that, unless it's like something special that you're trying to pick up, it doesn't make sense. Right now, some people are like going to Target and it's taking them like an hour to shop at Target because like you have to go and have them open up the glass and then to grab something and then you have to wait. It's a horrible thing. Back in the day, people used to be able to do these Target runs. They can go to Target, buy something very quickly, and then that was it. Now, nope. Guys, modern day society has become so atrocious, so miserable for men. And modern women are now literally picking at the bones, picking at anything, picking at the flesh, anything they can pick at because they have nothing. Think about this. Come 2030, guys, that's just 6 years away. We're literally in 2024 almost, right? I hope I live to see it, but because you never really know. But I'm just being real about that. But it's like we're practically in 2024, and you look at these modern day women, and you have to understand, like that's just 6 years from now. 6 years from now, guys, 45% of all women will be childless and single between the ages of 25 and 44. But here's the crazy thing. What about the women that are in their 50s and 60s at that point? Because we're not even talking about those women. So that should illustrate to you just how bad it's going to be. I've mentioned this that women are rapidly becoming homeless. I have a video showing you, like in these states, women are experiencing the highest rates of homelessness compared to all other groups. And the states, they're not being honest about it. They're trying to use all of these different reasons why these women are not currently in their permanent housing, and they don't want to, because these women are offered, they are given free permanent housing, but then they end up leaving this housing. And even when they're in shelters, like they're given apartments, for themselves, they end up leaving. Why are they on the streets? Because they're a lot of these women are having issues with substances. They choose to be on the streets. They're on the streets by choice. I keep telling y'all, in every little girl, there is the streets. There is the streets. And if you don't control that, if you don't have a father in the home that properly teaches her how to carry herself like a lady, because the mothers clearly can't do that these days, then it's a whole different story. It's a whole different ball game. They'll run out into the streets, and it's to the streets. It's from the streets they came, and it's to the streets they shall return. Because they were born on the streets, and they will return to the streets because the streets are within them. You can take the girl out of the streets, but you cannot take the streets out of the girl. These women are scavenging right now for anything they can get a hold of to survive because they are hungry. They have no prospects for the future. You have women who are now in their 40s, and they have loads of debt. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm telling you, it's not going to get any better for them. Desperation is setting in, hunger is setting in, crises is setting in. They don't know how to operate. Women have to be led. Women do not have leaders right now. The only ones that are leading women right now is, the evil one. Like that's the only thing. Like the evil one, the Jezebel spirit is leading this group of people. The Jezebel spirit, which is powered by the evil one. And it is something that is quite apparent. And look, we need to talk about accountability. These women chose to do this themselves. Feminism didn't do this. They chose to do this. Feminism only gave them the opportunity to do what was always inside of them. And like I said, they're coming for every dude, big and small. They're coming for Leonardo DiCaprio. They're coming for the mailman. They're coming for the garbage man. They're coming for the homeless man. They're coming for everyone. Homeless man at the shelter. They said the homeless man was disrespectful to them, and the homeless man did this. They're gonna try to sue the homeless shelter. They're coming for everyone. Guys, it's gonna be insane. And not only that, I keep warning y'all, the simps are going to feel M2 so much this time. Why do I say that? Because they're coming for dudes who slide into their DMs. They're coming for those dudes who slide into their DMs. They're going to put them on blast. They're going to find out who they are and put them on blast. It's going to be extortion. You're going to see a lot of these women committing extortion using these apps like Tinder and all these other things. They're going to use these apps, Instagram, OnlyFools, and Lonely Fans. They're going to use these apps as a form of extortion because they're going to know who these guys are. They're going to find out who they are, then contact their jobs or whatever, and they're going to use that as a means of suing these guys, of destroying the lives of these men. They're going to just even comments from dudes who they've never even met, or they're going to use their text messages. This is what they're going to use, their DMs. They're going to use everything against them. Okay, you're going to have women who are going to be suing OnlyFools eventually, and saying that, oh, they were misled and all this other nonsense. Guys, these women are going to be falling into deep destitution. A lot of these women who are getting so-called rich off OnlyFools right now, they're not paying taxes. They're not paying taxes. They're not saving that money. They're mismanaging that money. Eventually, they're going to lose that fan base, especially with M2 devastating everything and the economy going downhill. These simps ain't loyal. These simps are going to move on to something else. These women are going to be absolutely shocked when these simps head into the metaverse and start messing around with AI women, because these simps, they don't really have humanity like that. These people will settle for the things that they'll settle for. Women will be absolutely shocked what they will settle for, because they don't, it's like these guys they're completely driven by their desire and their lust. They don't use their heads. If women think that simps are wonderful, simps don't even view them as people. They don't actually view them as human beings. How can you view someone as a human being and you're so pleased to sit around and watch as they destroy their futures, selling themselves on platforms like OnlyFools and Lonely Fans? And it's not like, something that you're doing with one person in the privacy of your own home. Or, guys, like, this is not even like the BDSM community or the swinging community. This is very, very different. Those people aren't paying for this time. They're not selling themselves, and they're doing these things privately. And they're actually interacting with other human beings. Think about this. They're actually interacting with other human beings. So you can try to judge them, but they're not selling themselves. And they have, they follow rules and standards, at least they create amongst themselves. They have to act like adults. These simps aren't doing any of that. These simps, they don't actually like women. If you actually cared about someone, you would not be celebrating them selling themselves for $9.99 a month. Like, I've given up, but I'll be straight. Like, if I care about someone, I'm not going to celebrate her selling herself for $9.99 a month. And because does she comprehend that she is selling her future for instant gratification in the present. And that shows just how little she thinks of herself. And all these women are going to say, when this happens, when the fallout happens, and they can, they're no longer on OnlyFools, and they're born again Christians, and they're doing their interviews, they're going to say, I did this because I didn't love myself, and I had to learn how to love myself. Guys, it's so easy to figure out the nonsense that's going to come out of their mouths at this point. It's so easy. Modern women have become scavengers. I want to know what you guys think in the comments. Please let me know what you think and your thoughts regarding all of this. That they're going to be going after everyone. They're going to go after Leo. They're going to go after the mailman. They're going to go after the homeless man. They're going after everyone. They will even try to go after Jesus if they could. My gosh. God Almighty. I want to hear your thoughts. Let's talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA. Men walking away. And cheers.